Welcome to another Stream Sunday. We're back with Red Bull and we are going to be discussing the Spanish Grand Prix today. We're going to chat a little bit of England in the Euros. Is it as bad as it really seems? I mean, I've been on the side of Southgate the whole time really, and then Thursday happened and I was like, I've seen this before. Lots to discuss, I would think. Hello to everybody in the chat. Let me just sort my stuff out. Into the drawer it goes. Goodbye, Cable. Thank you for your service. All right. Hello to everybody. Hello to Elite Silver, to Justin, to Louis Plays Games, to Chamil, to Jermat, to Callum, to Skiddy, to Louis, to Angel, to Aaron Van Veek. Hang on. I'm guessing that's a Dutch surname, so advise on how to say it, please. Aaron Van Wyk, as in like Virgil van Dijk, I'm guessing. Hello to Luke Hutt Gaming as well. How are we all doing? I am good, thank you, Callum. I'm a bit warm because I've been rushing around. I'm going to put the fan on because it does get a bit warm in here. How did we rate the Spanish Grand Prix? It was quite an exciting race actually, even though we got, the same winner. The last two races we've had a different way of getting there. Cool, with the W. Excellent. Alright, yeah, so it was an interesting race with the strategy, and obviously it would have been, I think it's a 4 out of 5. I'm guessing that's like an 8 out of 10 then. 7 out of 10. It was an 8. 6 out of 10. I think that's a bit harsh, Callum. I think it was better than a 6. It's definitely at least a 7. I would go as far as to say it's an 8. The only thing that stops it really truly being an 8 is like overtaking was tricky. But that's just because the cars are finding it more difficult to follow this year. But genuinely, an interesting race. You didn't know who was going to win until probably the last 10 laps, when it became clear that Lando didn't really have enough pace on those softs to catch Verstappen. But an enjoyable race. The last few races been really good for Formula One. Obviously, it helps that we've got lots of cars now converging in pace at the front. It is race trim that the teams need to get on top of, and I can definitely see Lando picking up a win in the next 2 races. Kind of hope he wins the British Grand Prix. I'd love to see Lewis win the British Grand Prix as well, because I think that would be absolutely amazing. A return to the top step of the podium for Lewis at Silverstone. Last season with Mercedes, not much better than that, is there, for him in his amazing career with the team based in Brackley. Yeah, it was good to see Mercedes properly up at the sharp end, and it doesn't look like one of those flash-in-the-pan performances that we've had in recent years. Hamilton was very good. He does tend to go very well around Barcelona. But what a start from George Russell! I mean, he got the slipstream of a century. Lewis was right. He said that should have been me. And I think it would have been very interesting to see 2 scenarios. One where Lewis takes the lead, not George, because he seems to have a little bit more pace than George today. And I think that's generally the trend. George has got the qualifying pace over Lewis at the moment, but Lewis can just put a race together probably better than anybody else. Maybe Alonso. Maybe. Only maybe. But, Verstappen's getting very good at putting a race together. Lando is inching his way there. Leclerc and Sainz are very good at putting their races together. I think that's just where George lacks a little bit. Genuinely think Merc are back. I would think so too, which is kind of worrying because Ferrari seem to be up and down a little bit, and if Mercedes are on this sort of steady trajectory, Lewis has jumped ship at the wrong time. James Allison knows what he's doing with Mike Elliott out. I mean, I feel sorry for Mike Elliott because that concept on paper looked phenomenal. It just didn't work out in reality, and that's the way it is sometimes. Will you watch the Hungary-Scotland game on your tablet? Yes, and I'll be rooting for Hungary, because Scotland will be rooting for Slovenia on Tuesday. Let's be honest. Russell was the quicker Merc, but Merc didn't want George showing up Lewis in Spain, so they ruined his strategy. I think that's a bit of a stretch, Skiddy. If Russell was the quicker driver, he would have stayed ahead in that early stages, in those early laps, but I think he just ate up his tyres, and he was just on the back foot from there on in. Hello tonight. Norris or Leclerc, as in who's better? I'd say Norris is probably the more complete driver at the moment, but Charles is very, very close. Lando and Charles are both they're both worthy adversaries for Max Verstappen. Hey Ben, Paul's Potatoes here. Kind of hoping that Hungary can give Callum Styles a run out. Oh, Callum Styles. Yes. Callum Styles was, in my 2 seasons at Barnsley on Football Manager, crucial to my midfield. Louis is an Alpine fan. Good day for Alpine. Double points. It took a race-winning Red Bull 65 laps to catch an Alpine today. Hamilton was just faster today. I would agree with that. Norris so close to that second victory. It's coming, and the thing is, the floodgates will open. He's getting allergic to winning. Why is that not on YouTube? I've never made Football Manager content. There's a lot of people who do it, and they're very good at it. Lolujo, Work the Space, Zealand's amazing. Absolutely. That's when we do the F1 Gods thing, that's where I got it from. If you've ever been in a Zealand stream, they pray to the FM gods. Right, let's get on the track and see what's up with Red Bull. Russell had a worse strategy and worse pit stops than Hamilton. Yeah, but that was part of that was it was a self-fulfilling prophecy for Russell, because he ruined his tyres to start with, and I think they boxed Lewis because they were worried the same thing would happen to him. But Russell overworked his tyres, went on the mediums. Probably the same thing happened. Needed to go on to the hards, and then they noticed that the hards weren't very good, so Lewis could go on the softs. Is the Austria Grand Prix a Red Bull one? It is the Red Bull Ring, yes. So here we are, the aforementioned Red Bull, Max Verstappen, now leading the World Championship. So we've won the last 4 races, I believe. Budapest, Silverstone, Spielberg, Montreal, yeah. So we've won 4 in a row. We're going for Spa today. We do need to give him a new ERS, so we will have to take, I say have to take a grid penalty. It matters not a jot with Max Verstappen because he's starting last anyway. Yeah, so it makes not a bit of difference to him whether he has old components or fresh components. So yeah, it's, and get in there indeed. Tommy Williams, a member for another month, well, for a month. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your support, Tommy. Really appreciate it. It's such a sad state of affairs, isn't it, Skiddy? I'm so sorry. But look, I've always left the door open that if this became a full-time thing, we would explore other games outside of not just F1 Manager. We'd do more F1 gameplay stuff, and we'd do maybe some Football Manager stuff, but we'd have to keep it F1 related. Is there an option where Lewis can stay at Merc? Well, you never know. You never know. We've seen contracts broken in Formula One before. Don't think people realise how many class players Barnsley have had. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't John Stone start out at Barnsley? Joe was good. I didn't actually see where he finished. I saw the Saubers doing like a team orders thing whenever one was on a different set of tyres. If you want to be really correct, you'll say Mogirod instead of Budapest. Hey Optics, how you doing? And remember, if you are a member, you get to help me out with the strategy. So let's get to that point where I will need help with the strategy and get some cars on track. So we just won't bother with them because it matters not a bit. John Stones, my centre back. Johnny Stones, Barnsley born and bred. Absolutely. Callum's called shotgun on Verstappen strategy. Let me show standings. I will get those up in a moment. Let's tell you what, hang on. This is what happens when I'm rushing around and I'm faffing and I'm unprepared because we forgot to get the sausages out for dinner from the freezer. And then we decided, okay, well, they're not going to defrost in time to cook. So we'll go to McDonald's, which is just up the road. Not a problem. And it took them ages to do our order. And we were basically waiting for the chips. The plus side of that was that the chips were nice and hot, nice and salty, good chips. Downside, the McFlurries were melting. Why do the McFlurries first? Honestly, it's clearly obvious. It's going to melt. Anyway, so it's just delayed things. That's all it's done. So yeah, I'm not entirely prepared, but I'm getting there. I'm just sorting out the setup, as you can see. There we go. Why is Palmer not playing for England? I don't know. Honestly, like, he has had such an amazing season. I'm guessing Southgate likes the fact that he can rely on certain people. That's why Henderson was around, Phillips was around. That's why you see the same players get picked. And in some ways, that works really well because you've got players who are playing together and they get used to doing it for their country. Downside is when some of those drop out, where you get new players coming in and are doing really well, you want them to ride that momentum into the national team. Tricky, because we've got so much talent across the pitch. But yeah, right, what do we do with that? Let's do that. Cornering. That'll do. It's a bit harsh, Skiddy on Southgate. I mean, every manager has their vices and their ways about doing things. Yeah, I just think because Southgate hasn't had this, like, hasn't had any success like at club level, people find it very hard to give him that tolerance. If it was Mourinho, would we be saying this? We'd be going, well, he's won it all before. He knows how to get results. So it's different. Optics has got steak and chips, very nice. How do you have your steak and chips there, Optics? German's eating some cereal. Which cereal? I'm very excited for F1 Manager in a month and 4 days. Buzzing to have Conor Hurahani back. He turned down big money from other League One clubs. Were other League One clubs called Wrexham by any chance? France is also disappointing. I mean, yeah, France didn't look quite as dangerous without Kylian Mbappe. Kante was a monster against Austria. He was absolutely insane. It just annoys me so much that Chelsea have allowed him to leave. He could honestly still be doing the business for Chelsea. Right, Sargent. Remember, we've got Logan Sargent.
Say negative on your delta, negative on your delta.
Steak and chips requires 3 things: asparagus, a sauce of your choosing, and of course an egg. Yeah, they always do put an egg with a steak, don't they? In the restaurants. It's a Hungarian branded cereal you've never heard of. We'll leave it at that. That's fine. Fun fact: since June 2022, France haven't won a game when Mbappe isn't playing. Okay. So we know what to do if England play France. We have to abduct Kylian Mbappe. He should have joined Wrexham. He'll regret that. I mean, some people won't want to join Wrexham because of all the noise that's around it, like the Disney side of things. Some people will lean into it. And actually, it's kind of nice to see the players that we don't necessarily get to see, like the lower league players, and get to know them. They get their own characters, their own stories, which is good. Snap Mbappe's legs. Just take his shell away, because or get one of the other Ninja Turtles, abduct them. I'm sure he'll come and save them. I love the fact that he now has to wear the mask. He looks even more like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. It's absolutely brilliant. You don't know why people hate Alpine. I think it's because they promise and they set all these massive targets and they never deliver. And then they bring Flavio Briatore back. And not a lot of people like Flavio. He's an incredible personality. Let's put it that way. But would I want him running my team? Probably not. Let's try and send Sargent out with a slipstream. There we go. May or may not have worked. Am I going to do an actual team on F1 Manager? Yeah, there'll be some real team saves. Sargent, oh dear.
P9.
We are actually slowest with Sargent. You're a big fan of Flavio. I mean, there's a lot of pros having Flavio Briatore. He's got an amazing story within Formula One. I just think he's not relevant anymore. I think some of his ideas might maybe even be outdated. No worries, Optics. Enjoy your steak, mate. What makes you such a big fan of Flavio then, Skiddy? And will he have that impact at Alpine?
Okay, check the flag.
Right, Sargent is giving one of the McLarens a tow. He's improving in all sectors, and he goes 5th. He's a big name in the paddock. People would be scared of the idea of him being back. Yeah, I think there is that, but I also think that F1 has moved on to a point where people will just go, huh? They've had to. It's like McLaren appointing Ron Dennis as team principal, isn't it? It's just going back 25 years. Stick a set of used tyres on. And off we go. Tell you something that I thought was quite surprising from today's Grand Prix was 2 drivers picked up a time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Don't see that very often.
We'll box at the end of this lap.
He just looks the type. It was Hulkenberg and Tsunoda who got those speeding in the pit lane penalties, wasn't it? And Haas actually picking up 5-second penalties with both drivers because Magnussen got the one for the jump start, which surely should carry 2 penalty points, but it won't because they're trying to keep him on the grid.
Let's check the flag.
Speaking of the Alpines, they both just crashed into each other. Are you guessing you're playing F1 Manager 2? Have you no ad blocker? No, I let the ads roll on there. I can reduce it. Have we got the standings? There you go, there's the standings. It's not taking into account all the sprint points, but that's the Drivers' Championship for you, Aaron, and that's the Constructors' Championship. So we are 20 points clear of Red Bull, clear of Ferrari at the moment. What's Sargent doing on this final lap? He goes only 7th, only P7. That's not ideal. Let's reduce the adverts. Conservative, there you go. Cool. Right, Charles Leclerc starts on pole position, but we've got the sprint to move both drivers forward. At least it wasn't a festival of penalties like Formula 2. Honestly, right, I was in the press conference for Inside F2 and we spoke to JM Correa and he was so happy yesterday about that podium, and then I checked in later in the evening and he'd lost it. I was like, so gutted for him. I'm so pleased that he went and finished 3rd today. It's a fabulous story. Obviously it's mixed in with awful tragedy, but just fantastic redemption for him in terms of his personal journey to get here. Obviously if he can go on and win a race, then that would be fantastic. But you know, he's been on the podium, and the pace was amazing this weekend for Dams. They were damn quick. Dad jokes. There you go. Right, let's simulate practice. Yeah, he really deserved that podium. He was on fire. I actually asked him in the press conference after today's feature race how fun it was just to come through. And I said to him, it must have been like happy hour, which got a bit of a laugh. So he was good with that. Thank you, Callum. I do need to balance that viewer experience with the need to make money. At the moment, it's not, the priority isn't making money. If this was my job, then I'd, you know. Don't understand why drivers like Correa stay in F2. They'll never get an F1 seat. Well, it's more about showcasing their talent to other series. So he might get. I know he does WEC, and some of it is just they like racing. So they'll do different series, won't they? You know, there's more F2 drivers going over to IndyCar. So we'll see. Yeah, I was in the press conference, Callum. It was only on Zoom, but I did get to ask a question. I spoke to Victor Martins yesterday. Spoke to him about his victory, if he'd had any doubts, how he'd worked through the tricky period at the start of the season. Because obviously he won the sprint race yesterday and then got taken out of turn 1 today. It was like, well, the season's back to normal for Victor, isn't it? Okay. Do we want to... We can do it on the softs. The softs will do... There we go. The thrill of racing is enough for F2 drivers like for sure who know they were... Yeah, exactly. And also, they're a good benchmark for new drivers coming in. So that consistent talent, Verschoor's a good driver, Correa's a decent driver, so you know it's good to have those sort of markers, isn't it? Martins has 99 pace but 0 awareness. I wouldn't quite go that far. He's got good pace. He's a little bit more aware than people make out, but yeah, I mean the one at Monaco last year where he was kind of gunning it behind the safety car when Doohan had crashed. It did leave a lot to be desired. Right, let's get some cars on track, do a sprint. There's Verstappen at the back. Alonso on the front row. We are just going to time 16 our way through this, as you can see. Or maybe times 8, just so I can do things a little bit more efficiently. Martins wasn't at fault for today's accident, but there have been incidents where his judgment has been questioned, let's put it that way. Right, let's go neutral on the ERS deployment, get the battle assist on. Control the tyre temperatures. Verstappen up to 16th, Sargent now 6th. Need him to deploy some battery, escape from Ocon. He's dropping back from Russell. This one might be tricky to win. Hey Justin, welcome back to the chat. Let's get Verstappen driving in clear air. Sargent is now back behind Ocon. You've missed not a lot. We've just done qualifying for the first race. Pepe Marti is acting wild sometimes. Yeah, I think that's the sort of Latin in him, the Spanish flair. Sargent back up to P6. Our tyres are doing better than everybody else's. I think everyone was pushing on theirs a bit more than us. Verstappen could probably attack on his. Louis playing F1 Manager. Who are you playing as, Louis? Yes, Antonelli had a difficult race. It doesn't help when you stall on the grid. I'm alright, Justin, thank you. You're laughing at Carlos Sainz. He was having a paddy when he was in the wrong. Yes. I think, like, in the moment, the drivers forget, you know, what's going on around them, and they obviously haven't seen the offboards. But when Anthony Davidson showed the offboards, it was clear as day. Honestly, when you see the replay, it's like, well, there's nothing doing here. All right, Max is up to 11th. He's going to lose probably 10 points. Is it 8 points to Leclerc, isn't it? Sargent up to P5. He's going well. There is a small issue with the fuel that we need to conserve. Let's get Max blasting the battery again. Clear A, you never say it that way. Hey Ian, ERS Battle Assist. Well, what it does is it gets the driver to essentially modulate how much energy they deploy and recover. It actually helps you keep plenty of energy, but if you find yourself a bit short, you can just harvest quickly or something. We've actually saved a little bit too much fuel. Let's attack on the tyres, final lap. What's Sargent up to? He will have DRS. So let's go mad with Sargent. Let's let's do this. Let's get him overtaking. Mr. Double 12. No, gotta hit those doubles, Justin. Gotta hit those doubles. Can Sargent catch Gasly? Doesn't look like it. Verstappen's halved his grid position. He'll start 10th unless he passes Stroll. He's passed Stroll, he'll start 9th. Average of 58, that's alright. Sargent doesn't quite catch Gasly. He finishes P6. Verstappen comes across the line in 9th. Right, Callum, you wanted to give me the strategy for Verstappen in the race. So hit me with that, please. And any other member ready to do the strategy for Sargent? We'll have probably 2 more races. Louis doing an Alpine save. Who's he driving? Driver pairing, Louis. What are we going to do after the Red Bull one? Well, it'll be on F1 Manager 24 by that point, so not sure. In your career, Schumacher always makes a comeback. Justin's going to do it for Sargent. Wicked. Yeah, I mean, what we worked out, we did the experiment earlier in the year. What we worked out is that the AI, the game, just chooses drivers by their rating and just picks the highest ones. That's why you see Schumacher come back. No worries, Skiddy. Good to have you in the chat. Yeah, I'll have a look through your Discord message and I'll let you know on that. So yeah, Schumacher coming back. I mean, I'll be honest. In the saves that we've done with Mercedes and Haas, I've always gone in, because I have to do the calendar, I go in and I can see who's moved where. And if I don't like it, like Giovinazzi always ends up on the grid, I'm like, in what universe is Giovinazzi going to be back on the F1 grid? It's not going to happen. Schumacher's not going to be on here. honestly, I don't think Zhou will be around much longer. So bin them off. Let's get some F2 talent in. See how they do. When's the Q&A coming out? Probably next Sunday, because we're not going to have a stream. So I'm going to edit it for hopefully Sunday. I've recorded it earlier. So yeah, it was different. I mean, because first of all, I had the camera not on the second screen over to my left. It was actually bang in front of me, because doing it like this and looking at the questions, I just thought it looked a bit weird. So actually, the way I was sitting, like it gave me a neck ache, weirdly, because I was sort of looking at the camera in a funny way. But it's all good. Aaron's doing a McLaren save. Who's your driver pair? Louis got Ocon and Noblet. Oh, we kept Ocon. Where did Gasly end up? Alright, Justin, hit me with the strategy for what's his face? Sargent. Max, of course, doesn't start 9th because grid penalties. He goes down to 16th. Soft medium for Max. Justin, where's the strategy for Sargent, please? Medium, soft, soft. Well, got a used set of softs there. Bit like that. Hungary game will be watched because Callum Stars is playing. Love it. I'll be keeping an eye out for him. He went back to AlphaTauri. Wow. You've got Hamilton and Norris at McLaren. And Lando beat Lewis in season 1. That is interesting. Yep, happy with that. Wicked. Okie dokie. Let's leave the fuel as is, because this is not a track to underfuel, because you need to be able to push. You still got Piastri at McLaren, Callum? Right, let's see if we can make it 5 in a row with Max. Just look for a bush on top of a small man. That sounds very weird. The lights are out, the race is on. Let's get the ERS battle assist going. And right on board with Max Verstappen. Through Eau Rouge. He's up to P15. Lewis had 13 DNFs. That is amazing. Did you have his overtake aggression on high the whole time? Good to hear that Piastri's doing well. Justin's waiting for F1 Manager 24. Other than... not like that. Other than the creative team section, what is everyone most looking forward to about F1 Manager 24? For me, it's the sort of personality side of it. The fact that the characters now have, the AI now has feelings, essentially. So Sargent's up to 4th. That is decent. Verstappen is now, he was 12th for a moment there. He's now 13th. Send it. Lovely. Bro. What's everyone doing tyre-wise? Lots of people on mediums. No, but low qualifying. Okay. Pre-ordered it yesterday, Jermac. Nice. The Merc livery. Yeah, there's not long until F1 Manager's out. The new one. Probably the poaching. The race simulation. Skitty. That is incredible. Right. Oh my god, we're just on board with Verstappen. Every time I look at him, he is sending it to the moon. Right, let's calm things down a little bit. His tyres are literally roasting a chicken. They're that hot. Okay. Sargent is now back down to P5.
Looks like
Ocon has just died in the barrier.
could be a lot of debris here.
Well, his car has, not him specifically. Safety car deployed. Okay, Justin and Callum. No worries, Ski. See you later. New sprint format. Yeah, it's either gonna be amazing or it's gonna be awful. Right, Callum and Justin, advise on the strategy, please. This is where you earn your money, although you're not gonna get any. Stroll has assaulted Ocon. He's gone full Roman Grosjean into turn 1 there. Okay, so Sargent is on mediums. Do we want to get Sargent in? He's only got one set of new softs though. Box for softs. Because we've got another set of mediums we could go to for Sargent. So keep Verstappen out and bring Sargent in for softs, yeah?
Safety car, Max. Keep following the delta, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as the formation lap procedure. Looks like quite a big accident, yeah.
Happy with Sargent coming in for softs? He's already too late. He's already in. Cool. Aston Martin ruined a 1-2 on the circuit for you. Oh, that is awful. Okay. The camera decided that Sargent had gone. Lots of people going in. Well, we're going to keep Max out, and then hopefully we'll build a gap from here. Let's conserve the tyres. We'll have plenty of fuel to use. Hoping for more non-DRS overtakes in the new game. Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? But in some ways, that's a fair reflection of F1 itself. You can make non-DRS overtakes on here. You have to be like maxing out everything though, driving clear air, and like what I tend to find is if we're pushing, drivers will look for a move here into Stavolo. It's quite a good like non-DRS overtakey spot. Safety car ending, so
Okay, safety car is in this lap.
let's get everything
Know what we need to do.
rocking and rolling. So Carlos Sainz leads. Charles Leclerc is now 4th. Stroll is far too OP in all games. He gets a boosted rating because he's in an Aston Martin and because he's been around a while. He's not actually that good. Alright, Max up to P5. So what we need him to do is just stick with Leclerc essentially, who's on... Has he pitted? He has. We're past Gasly. Let's see how this happened. You're excited to be McLaren boss in the new game. Oh, look at that. Nicely done by Max. I think McLaren will be a fun save in the new game. Crash involving multiple cars. Don't think it's us though, so that's fine.
So focus on to bring your
Sargent
time
is
back under
in
control.
8th. We need him driving in clean air so we can get past Norris. What is it with Red Bull and McLaren being together on the track today?
So into our time management.
Verstappen, oh, he's now up to 2nd. He's nailed Alonso. We should probably be following his progress.
Copy.
So, time penalty for Zhou. Alonso locked up twice. Stroll spun twice. Oh, that is nightmarish stuff. So, Sainz is pulling away. We'll probably run out of tyre to challenge him. Sargent now up into 7th. Good stuff. Alonso's not able to pass us at the moment. What I'm going to do, in fact he's dropped back, I'm going to harvest some energy into La Source and go for it. Your Piastri crashed on the last turn in Austria to DNF in the sprint. One idiot. Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? Alonso with the lockup. Get him in the old people's home. He's clearly lost it. Yeah, definite skill issue. Go soft to the end. Only one more stop for you, softs. Yeah, we're going to chuck on another set of softs. So you want to... So 2 more sets of softs or 1 more sets of softs for Sargent? I don't think we'll be able to do that. It's going to leave him really tight on tyres. And bear in mind, Sargent's not amazing on his tyres and he can make mistakes. Yeah, I would say go mediums because we can stop a bit earlier, give him more time to catch up, and we can push on them. So probably do something like that, lap 25. Just mediums, yeah. Max is on target for his stop, so that's fine. Sargent going nicely in P6. We are closing in on Sainz a little bit. You're going to send me a picture of it on Discord. It's bad. Right, I will get Discord opened. Oh wow. That is not good. Put that in the F1 manager saves of Discord, Callum, because then everybody needs to see that. Alonso likes locking up on this track. He does. He does seem to like a good lock up around Spa. Is Sainz managing those mediums to the end, do you think? Surely not. Surely not. But we are catching him. We are pushing on the fuel, but we are now about to be in DRS range, I would think. We are indeed in DRS range. Optimal pit stop lap, so let's bring Max in. .8 second stop, lovely stuff. And he should pop out ahead of Norris. This has worked. Oh, this has worked beautifully. This has worked absolutely lovely for Max Verstappen. Just in the way that it does for Max Verstappen, let's be honest. Let's attack on the tyres, get them up to temperature. Is Logan still driving clean air? He is. So we'll now essentially undercut Sainz, but the problem will be that the AI will go to softs to finish this race. Don't fight teammate, Sargent. It's not going to matter because you're already miles behind. Verstappen now on the back of Gasly and Hamilton. Let's get him driving in clean air. See if we can make the overtake. No. Sargent. Yeah, we need to eke those tyres out a little bit more, don't we? This is not the Haas pit crew. We are now in third. So Max is just over 10 seconds off the lead. Let's bring Sargent in next lap for mediums. So yeah, Sainz has gone in for softs, but they're brand new softs as well. That's not ideal, but he's 5 seconds back. Have to push with the fuel, see if we can make the save that way. Optics is back. How is your steak, mate? First of all, how do you like your steak? I like it kind of rare. A little bit of blood. Bit vampire-ish in that respect. Right, are we... We're not really being caught by Sainz at the moment. Yeah, he's kind of matching us, to be honest. Sargent up to P4, but he's 10 seconds off a podium. That's not ideal. Honestly, if Sainz wins the race, doesn't really matter, because he's not really in the championship hunt. This is how the standings look. Where are we? Standings, drivers. Yeah. That's not completely accurate, but Sainz is a long way back. 10 laps remain. Sargent still scrapping it out with Gasly. Medium rare. It was proper tasty. Nice. Like a good bit of steak. We'll push with Sargent's fuel. We're actually pulling away now from Sainz. Gasly is on hard tyres. Sargent, you need to push with the... Well, he has been pushing. Let's deploy the battery. Getting past the Gazman. Is he driving clear out? No. We need to make this move. Come on. Round the outside. Go on, Sargent. Yes! That's how you do it. There we go. Excellent stuff. Verstappen just happy as Larry out front. We need to get past this Sauber as well. Get out the way. Excellent. Right. Let's take this to the end because Verstappen is not going to screw this up. Yeah, it was a good move, wasn't it? Very good move. Good call on the strategies from Callum and Justin. Probably attack on the tyres with Sargent. Pull a bit of a gap. There we go. Norris with a spin. That's not good news. Here's Verstappen halfway around the final lap, looking to make it 5 in a row for America. Absolutely, get those Eagles in the chat. We're going to win this at a canter. 10.5 seconds with Max. Let's ride with him across the line. It's 5 wins in a row for Max Verstappen, and he's making a mockery of this whole starting last business, isn't he?
Really proud of everyone.
And Logan Sargent is going to come home for a decent P4. 20 seconds behind the Ferraris, but still P4. You feel like Hannah Schmitz, so you should.
Okay, mate. P4. P4.
Loving those emojis, Joe Matt.
Thank you, guys.
If you've got access to the emojis, make full use of them. Right, so Max now has a 12-point lead at the top of the standings, opening it up by 2 this weekend. He started the sprint last, and look, he still outscored Leclerc by 2 points. Just Ferrari things, eh? And wow, it's absolutely dead level in the constructors, but because we've won 9 races, 3 of which were Perez, we're ahead. Who's the strategist for Merck? It was James Vowles. I don't know who it is anymore. Okay, Halfway through the season, yeah, everything's going swimmingly. Next race is Holland. We're going to have a new rear wing, I think, to manufacture. We do. Got a new chassis, which is already on both cars. The game starts in 10 minutes. Excellent. Thank you. And we've got new side pods coming on, new rear wing coming as well. We're designing anything else? New underfloor. Let's design, I don't know, a front wing. Just do that. Make it really light. We'll rush it just because we can. The strategist for Mercedes is Aaron Harper. You know it. You know it. Let's do some suspension, I suppose, because we probably should. And then we'll just do that. Low speed, high speed. Oh no. We'll negate all the low speediness. That'll do. Who needs Adrian Newey, eh? We're still designing loads of stuff. You think Mercedes will get 4 wins this season? That's bold. Mercedes to get 4 wins this season. Where? Which tracks? Optics disputes this. No wins, he says. How are the drivers doing? Sargent is improving a lot. He's now overall 75. Okay, underfloor design is complete. Now we can manufacture a new one. Excelente. Let's stick the new rear wing on both cars. We're going to be super fast in Zandvoort. This one might be tricky for Max to win. Bearing in mind he's going to be starting last on a track where it's really difficult to overtake. Suspension simulator concerns. Nah, sod it. If it gets worse, it gets worse. Ferrari get 2 more. Who needs Adrian Newey? Red Bull. Like that. Good bands, good bands. Mercedes will win Silverstone, Hungary, America, or Kota. I'm guessing that you mean Kota there, rather than Vegas. And Mexico. Interesting. I mean, there's a chance. There's always a chance of Lewis doing something special at Silverstone. He's always really good at Hungary. So if he puts this car on pole position like he did last year, he might win that. Kota, don't see it. Maybe Zandvoort they might be quite good at. Ferrari get 2 more, McLaren 3 or 4, and Verstappen the rest. Yeah, I don't see Perez ever winning another race. Let's manufacture this front wing. 2 of them, emergency please. Right, let's... we'll also have 2 emergency of those. Lewis has given up with Merc. I think Ferrari, we're going to see the old Lewis just a little bit demotivated. Yeah, but the thing is, you can see, like, today, he's still got it. As soon as he sniffs that chance, he raises his game. I don't think Lewis has completely given up. Obviously, I think there is that sort of in the back of his head that this is the last time he's going to certain places with Mercedes. But then there's all the more reason for it to be, you know, really good and to give the team everything. Yeah. I get what you're saying, but I don't think he's like given up. I think, you know, he's probably not operating at his very best. We're still getting a very good Lewis Hamilton, but when we go to Ferrari, first few races of next season, if he's working well with the car, boom, he's up there. He's the world champion level driver we know he is. But at the moment, he's just that. He's just a race winning level driver. That's all he is, you know. 103 wins. That's all. Okay, let's start attaching parts to cars. New front wing, hooray. New rear wing's already on. Side pods, hey! Hello, side pods. Only one underfloor. Guess that's going on Max's car. You think Lando's overrated? Time to put the old iPad on. Got to turn it on first. Of course, there's technical issues somewhere, isn't there? Got time. It's only 3 minutes to. Game kicks off at 8. Right. Let's go and race through. They're missing the orange smoke. Missing the orange smoke. Skip. Right. F1 Manager Calculator, hit me up with a setup. We'll go a slightly lower downforce setup for Max because he needs to make progressions. Done. Simulate qualifications. Want another bold prediction? Hit me up with the bold predictions. Maybe that's the next Q&A we do. Is you hit me with your boldest predictions, like a hot takes sort of thing, but different. So it's like your bold predictions that are like hot takes. Piastri hasn't been amazing this year. He's just been a little bit off of Lando, but that's experience. Lando's got 7 seasons worth of experience behind him, so you're just able to elevate yourself. Piastri's still on that journey, but he's shown it. That's the thing. He's shown he is a race winner in waiting. He's a potential world champion. But we are flooded with potential world champions in Lando Norris, George Russell, Charles Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Behrman maybe, Antonelli. Stars is starting. Hot takes would be good. I think we can do the hot takes thing, hot takes one as a stream with Discord. So we could get someone from the chat to come into the Discord, explain what the hot take is. We can debate it. Then we debate it with the chat. That is like a Vindaloo of hot takes, optics. I'm gonna watch the Hungary and Scotland one. So if someone can watch the Germany game for me, that would be lovely. Although to be fair, I'm loading up BBC iPlayer, assuming this is all on BBC. It is. Lucky me. When I turn my iPad on, because I had to charge it earlier, it's always really slow. The match has begun. And remember, we're all cheering for the Magyar Nagadic. I know that's Hungarian Grand Prix, but it's the only Hungarian word I know. Aaron, yes. Hello, Justin. Perez won't get in the top 4 again this season. Okay. I don't think that's bold. I think that's genuinely what's going to happen. Hey Laura, I know that's not your real name. I keep forgetting what your real name is. Justin's got his eye on Germany for us. Welcome to the chat, Laura, although please remind me of your real name. Let's get Verstappen's setup sorted out. That looks better. And Renz, hey Renz, how you doing? Alright, Scotland are underway, at least on my iPad. It's a couple of minutes delayed, I think. Right, let's do some qualifying, just not for Max Verstappen. Let's send Sargent out now. Right, if you guys can watch Logan Sargent's qualifying lap for me. I'm just going to go and change into something a little bit more comfortable. Well, he's on the track still, that's good news. And he's fastest in the first, but not the middle sector. Hot take number 2, Paul Aron might have a better chance at F1 than Oliver Bearman.
We're boxing at the end of this.
I can see why you're saying that. I'm not sure it's going to be true though. Because Bearman is basically as good as signed to Haas next season. Okay, Callum. You've gone too far now. 2020 Stroll is better than 2023 Lewis. Not a chance. Not a chance. We'll send Verstappen out on wets just so you know he can wave to the crowd. No, it's a 2023 Lewis. Germat is shouting yes. Have Hungary scored? Have they done a football? Sargent has done a qualifying for P9. Oh no, Max Verstappen is 20th. Scotland have still got the ball on my screen.
So you need your delta negative.
Oh, you were cheering for Max. Hungary haven't scored yet. Well, Come on, Hungary. What's come on, Hungary in Hungarian, please, German? You're watching with no delay. I'm watching with like a Logan Sargent amount of delay. 23 Lewis is better than 19 Bottas. Yes. Right, members, need your input on the strategies as well for this race. I can see we've got Optics and Germat's here as well. Skiddy has had to disappear. Is Tommy still around? He was in the chat earlier. Okay, that is a lot of words. Hyra Magyar Shagal? Is that correct, German? Did I say that right? Or did I just butcher your language? I apologise if I did. I'd love to know if Verstappen's in-game morale not participating in a single qualifying session. Yeah, that'd be interesting on the new game if you did this if we did this experiment with another driver. How would it affect their morale with the team? Alright, Logan. Let's hit up a pole position. Remember, you got pole position for Silverstone. And we've got 3 fresh sets of tyres. That's good, we won't be using them all. 21 Gasly is better than 22 Lewis. It's close. You've got to factor in the circumstances for Lewis in 22. 21 Norris is worse than 21 Russell.
Let's put you P1.
Oh,
Box at the end of this lap.
get it away, Hungary. There we go. Bold prediction, Alpine will surpass V-Carb in the Constructors. Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. They seem to be sort of getting their act together with the car, but it's just sort of it's a case of how long will it last? Because they're kind of, based on today's performance, back where they always should be, which is kind of in the midfield. Right, Logan is on pole position ahead of Ocon. He's not improving. He's still not improving. I don't think it matters. Don't think it's going to matter. Logan Sargent's on pole position for the Dutch Grand Prix. Get the Eagles in the chat, everybody. Logan's done it again. You don't need to say the whys. We have letters such as... right, okay. I might just stick with come on Hungary then. Slightly more straightforward for me. Justin's got actual stakes. He's got real life, hard-ish money on Germany, I would say. Alpine will surpass Aston Martin. Now that's bold. That's a conversation. That's going to make me put my tea and chocolate down and start talking. Get the Eagles in there, everybody. I think we need to get a specific Logan Sargent Eagle emoji, don't we? He went more than 3/10 faster in each session. Look at the progression, a 10.8 to a 10.5 to a 10.1. Goated. Hard dollar. Right. Strategies, please. Optics. And Germat, if you could, please. Unless you want to save it for the final race, which I believe is Monza. The offside goal for Holland. I actually thought it was offside. I thought it was the right decision. Because the fact that, was it Dumfries was there? The goalie goes to dive, but I think out of the corner of his eye, he sees the player there and kind of like, oh, he kind of makes him basically not do the action. whether he would have got there or not and made the save is irrelevant. The player is in an offside position and he's basically stopped the goalkeeper attempting to make the save. Jermak's going to go for Monza. Optics is doing Logan's for this race. Okay, I'll sort. Max is out. Hit me with the strategy for Logan, please. The race-winning strategy for Logan, please. Let's go. Do you know what? I'm going to do a 3-stop strategy with Max. That won't work. That's better. Soft, medium, soft. Hard, full attack, soft, medium. Okay, interesting. That's an interesting strategy choice. I like it. I like it. Never let them know your next move. Right. Try medium, medium on full attack if you have 2 sets. Okay. Let's have a look at this. Medium, medium, and then I'm guessing softs? Or then probably need to be hards. No, I think the hard, soft, medium works better. If you look at that. Although hard, medium, medium, sorry. So we could probably do something like that. Probably can't go too aggressive on the tyres because we'd run out. Also, Logan's not great on his. I think that might be handy. Though I did like the soft in the middle there. Hard, medium, medium. That's the one. Stop on lap 20 and lap 45. Cool, right, let's get to the circuit and do a motor race. Did anybody see on social media, it was a few weeks ago, there was a tornado at Zandvoort? Because it's obviously right by the sea, it gets super windy. Right, come on, Logan. Do we, if Max gets into second and Logan's winning, do we use team orders to keep Logan in front? Interesting. Russell, quite a few on hards. Quite a few drivers on hards. Well, we won't be winning the race with Sargent because he's in the wall. That's a broken front wing, and that's a Charles Leclerc in the barrier with a broken Ferrari. In the Netherlands, we call that Windhoes. Oh dear. So much for that glorious race-winning strategy. Hey Ellie, how you doing? Logan's in the barrier. You've joined us at a very dramatic point in the race. George Russell now leads the Dutch Grand Prix. That is a lovely shot. Do you know what? If I could get rid of the UI, like all of this gubbins, That would be fantastic. Of course, Sergeant has crashed. Oh, now we've got a different angle of Sergeant in the barrier. Interesting. His car is like still on fire there. Right, let's see what happened. Honestly, Charles is at fault for that. He turned into us. You think I'm being investigated in CRL? What for? Your boldest take was that McLaren would be slowest in 26. I did see that. What am I being? Am I being investigated for being too slow?
Safety car deployed.
Is that what it
That's
is?
positive.
Okay.
Yes, Leclerc at fault for the.
Straight line break.
He got the penalty. Germany goal disallowed. Weaving in a straight. What? No. Behave. Oh, you said don't push, he'll crash. You did say it. You're right. To be fair, that was the opening couple of laps, which I normally push on anyway. So.
Yeah, safety car is in this lap match. Safety
Also, he
car
wasn't
is
at fault for the crash.
So prep your tyres.
Okay.
Good to push up.
I don't think it would be me. I'm not one to weave on the straights. Not that I was defending from anybody. If I was just trying to get out of their way. Hey, Ankel. Right, Verstappen still 18th on this mad strategy. Oh, now we've got more damage.
Everything okay, Max?
Oh, thank you, Louis. That clears that up. Max has banged. Oh, he's taken off half of Piastri's front wing. Finn's got a race ban because he weaved in the straight and then took you out. Oh. Yeah, I'm not happy with that.
Understood. Stand by.
That damage.
Got front wing damage.
Good thing we're coming in early.
We are out of the DRS.
This race has been a bit wild already, isn't it? Just 9 laps in. One car in the barrier and the other one damaged. This has been a bit of a rotter, yeah, but we are now 15th to cool the tyres down. I wonder what Piastri's pit stop issue was. Was it the fact that they had to change the front wing? Alright, advice from the chat, please. Do we change Verstappen's front wing at the stop? Oh, we've got yellow flags. Red flag! Oh, there's a...
Okay, red flag, red flag.
Who's that in the wall? That is... Oh, it's Lawson. We've got red flags here. This sorts us out with the front wing then, doesn't it? Lawson, oh, he's honestly, what is this corner is so weird. Like they make contact, and the car on the outside just out to the wall. Honestly, it's bananas. Right, car parts. Oh no. Oh no. He's got to go around with half a front wing the entire race. Well, soft tyres. What is it? Is it just an end plate? Yeah, it's been an absolute shock of a race. But now we're just running soft tyres to the end, so it should be fine. I think no. Yeah. It's not happening. Verstappen immediately looking for a way past everyone. We are getting sandwiched. Lawson got the penalty for that collision. Verstappen now 12th. We've got another virtual... Hamilton's crashed.
There's a massive shunt down at turn 2.
What is going on in this race?
They well away from delivery.
It's bonkers. Is it? Oh, there's an Alpine on fire. It's Gasly. He's actually on fire. Do you know what? I think that's the thumbnail for next week, for the next stream. Let's just print screen. There's your thumbnail. Chaos. Chaos everywhere. He's actually on fire. He's actually a barbecue. Verstappen's overtaken Albon. He's now 10th. This is unbelievable. Alpine on fire. Literally on fire. Crash involving multiple cars. And bang. Yeah, he did, to be fair. You had a race once with 9 finishers. I mean, get your predictions in there now. How many people are going to finish this race? I'm sorry, what is going on? Well, they're just all having road rage. This is Spain FP3 just in race form.
Could be a lot of debris here.
How is that not a red flag? The car is literally on fire. This is the second race. This could also be the last race if it carries on like this, because we're going to be here all bloody night.
VSC ended.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's take our battered car to the front of the field. Alonso's winning the race. Obviously, Leclerc being in the wall means that we will just extend the championship lead. 15, 11, 15, 13. Verstappen now up to 12th. No, 7th, sorry.
Okay.
Need to cool the tyres down.
Just focus on that management.
Yeah.
It's just to confirm it's thermal deck.
Taking a while to get the tyres back under control on temperature. This is a high energy circuit. We just passed Ocon and Hulkenberg. What was your most exciting race? On here, this is probably up there. Because of all this carnage, we're only like 3 seconds off the lead? 2 seconds. It's actually mental. And now we're 4th. Why does it have to be your team involved? I mean, Mercedes fans were asking that in Qatar last year. Why us? Is Verstappen about to take the lead? Not yet. Let's harvest some battery. Get that juiced up. And Verstappen takes the lead with a broken front wing. There's literally nothing that can stop this guy. Thoughts on F1 Manager 24? It's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to the creator team, and I think we're going to be able to tell some fantastic stories. Did you hear the dog bark? It was loud. It's not my dog. It's not my dog. I would like a dog, and I do have a dog that lives with my mum, Stanley. He's a Jack Russell Shih Tzu cross. But because this is a PG production, I can't actually say what that is. I'll leave it up to you. We've got yellow flags.
Looks like quite a big accident, yeah. Could be a lot of debris on track.
This is just the crash Grand Prix, isn't it? Everyone's come back off their summer holidays and gone, I've forgotten how to drive. It's that Bart Simpson meme. I turn now. And then, yeah.
So focus on just bringing your tyre temperatures back under control for the moment.
Let's just make sure Max has got plenty of battery. We're going to bring him in for stop number 2. Pops out in 8th place, starts making immediate progress. On the dog situation, I would very much like a dog, and I would like a sausage dog because they're funny. They've got big, loud voices for very tiny dogs. Little legs. They're like little land sharks because of the long snout. There was a dog. I think he's still there. There's one at a rehoming centre that's about an hour away from me. He's a Staffy Bull Cross, Staffordshire Bull Cross, yeah. And his name's Simba. Which, if you own him, if he's your dog, you become Mufasa from The Lion King. We've got more crashes. Tyres are overheating. I forgot to deploy the battery.
Just look after this tyre set though. Look after it.
Has Alonso stopped again? He has not. Ocon's leading this race, so Louis, you can be happy. Good night, no worries. Thank you for being in the stream. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed having you. Hello to Chai. Hello to Saminio Plays. Tommy's just got his head in his hands. He can't understand what's going on. It's just all crazy. Are we driving it? We're just constantly driving in clear air. We need to pass Stroll. Dude, can you pass Lance Stroll, please? Thank you.
Back it out. Back it out.
Will I support Ferrari in 2025? Well, I kind of have to. Lewis is my guy. It's going to feel a bit weird. I mean, I have bought a Ferrari hat to sort of start the conversion therapy. Because for the last 25 years, Ferrari have been the enemy for much of it. Might be needed as a reserve on Saturday. What am I doing Saturday? I will let you know if I'm available to reserve. I don't know what the situation will be with Inside F2 for writing. Renzo's got a sausage dog. He thinks he's the big boss. He barked at a pit bull once, and the owner of the pit bull had to stop the dogs from always killing each other. Yeah. Pit bulls probably don't take kindly to small dogs shouting in their faces. VAR situation. Oh, hello. I will still like Mercedes, yes, because I think they've got... I like Toto Wolff, and I've got to support George Russell because I need to support the British drivers. Is it for the elbow? No, that's not a red card. Is that what they're looking at? Okay, Max is back is in the lead again. Walk on. Toby can't make it. Same with Hennes. So a different driver might win. That's always nice when different people win. Nothing happened. No, I didn't think anything was going to happen there. Right, we are pulling out a pretty handsome lead here. I think we might actually return in the lead. Oh my God, Switzerland have done a football. Wow. Good finish. Is that Freuler? Right. Verstappen leaving the pit lane. Where's Sainz? He's in the pit lane. Sergio Perez is second in the Williams. Free kick from a good spot. Okay, well, we don't need to push with Max anymore, because all of our challenges are distant. Obviously, the carnage has helped him. But, oh, McTominay took that in the chops. But yeah, Max has made his way through all of this, and he's been doing it with a damaged wing. Germany losing. Well, then Germany and England are going to do the opposite. Germany are going to start up here and then just nosedive. England are starting like they're in free fall, and they're going to, Slovenia, it'll all come good. And that's what we need to discuss. How are England going to do against Slovenia? How do we solve a problem like Phil Foden? Who do you put alongside Rice? Is it Bellingham? Is it somebody else? I missed the VAR situation. Was it the elbow? The Scottish fella with the elbow. Who's going to win EK? What's EK? Do you mean the Euro? Does that mean Euro Cup? Save battery and go for the fastest lap. Good shout. Good shout. Alonso is 22 seconds back. At least Styles is playing. I've not actually spotted him yet. What number is he wearing? I think I see him. Right, ERS is fully charged. Let's attack and deploy everything. Can we get a fastest lap? Purple. 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 There we go. An 11.2. Everybody else is in the 14s. You forgot Kick was an actual streaming platform. Yeah, that's what Sauber are. They are a streaming platform. The Stars is playing well. Okay, that is good. What number is he? Oh, that was two elbow situations. Oh, I think I only saw one of them then. Right. This is going to be 6 wins in a row for Verstappen now. And he's won the race. There we go.
Oh, mate, it is sweet being a hunter.
Lovely. Yes. That was tricky out there, but
This may sound weird, but drop Bellingham next to Rice, put Foden as the 10 and Gordon on the wing. Trent can't play centre mid. Maybe play him as the... Honestly, if you want to get him in midfield, maybe play him as an inverted left back. Have him go into midfield from there, because then Walker can come round as part of the 3. Then you can push Bellingham forwards. Yeah. We need Luke Shaw back in, because it brings that balance on the left, that natural balance. Do you watch Goldbridge? He's an interesting character, isn't he? Alright, Max Verstappen wins by nearly 40 seconds. Wallop, and now has a massive championship lead, almost 40 points. Good day for Red Bull in the Constructors. Oh, EK is short name for Netherlands in Europe for the Euros and Netherlands. No worries. No worries, it's fine. It's cool. Trent is just not good in midfield. Goldbridge is class. Sometimes he has a point. Sometimes I think he's just talking nonsense. But then it's the same with a lot of people. People will look at me and go, he's just talking nonsense. And I accept I probably am sometimes. Why did YouTube send the stars thing twice? Hey, don't ask me to understand why YouTube does certain things. It's a weird place. Right, so we will do one more race. Night Rems, thanks for being here. See you in a couple of weeks for the next stream. Oh, what's the damage? So Max needs a new front wing. Are we manufacturing the new front wing yet? We are not. Oh, damn. We need to emergency manufacture everything. 2 of those, please. Put on car. What else have we got? Underfloor. Put on both cars. What's left on? Oh my god! Basically everything. It's 2:30 in the afternoon for Tommy. Tommy, you're in America, aren't you? When's the next open lobbies? You've been waiting your whole life. I will try. I was hoping to do some Friday just gone, but that just wasn't possible. So we'll try this Friday. The last, other than the Friday just gone, the last 2 Fridays I've had to work late, so it wasn't really possible. But and then I was up all night Thursday night for work, Friday morning. So I was in no state. So we would tentatively say we will have our first F1 24 open lobby this Friday coming. Pickers exhausted already. You've just been on holiday, lads. America! Yeah, whereabouts in America? Tell us what state, Tommy. Because if it's 2:30 in the afternoon for you, you are probably... What's that? Probably East Coast? They are good fun, I will admit. It is always good to have a good race. Oh, we've got heavy rain for the Grand Prix. Right, we will do a quick setup, Amundo. We are just going to speed run through this race. To qualifying. Another free kick. Oh, wow! He almost decapitated that bloke. That was Che Adams. This will be the last race. No, that's absolutely fine to ask Optics. I am a radio journalist. I cover Wiltshire. So I was at Stonehenge for summer solstice on Thursday night, Friday morning. Off the bar, no. Gordon, Kane, Saka, Bellingham, Rice. You're missing Phil Foden in there, elite. German is Hungarian. Right, let's. We need. So, well, Logan Sargent's going to be very fast today because he's got new engine components. I did see the Just Stop Oil thing. I had to deal with that all of Wednesday afternoon. I am on board with the principle of making things better for the planet, but if you're going to be deliberately disruptive, not interested in your message.
Keep your dash negative. We'll box at the end of this lap.
What they did was absolutely nonsensical as well, because Stonehenge has nothing to do with, oil companies. So why go there and do that? They've just turned a lot of people against them. Bit dumb, really. Know your audience. So Callum's gone. Pickford, Trent, Stones, Gearhey, Trippier, Rice, Gallagher, Gordon, Bellingham, Saka, Watkins, no Kane. To get them in the news. Yeah, but then there's getting yourself in the news, and then there's actually trying to make your point properly. It does get people talking about them, and I suppose that's what they want, but they actually get recognised for a negative reason. People don't hear the message then, they're just annoyed. Yeah, I wouldn't drop Walker. You need him to counteract the pace that Slovenia might have up front. Trent has been out of position, but the thing is, because if you look at Liverpool and Manchester City, their systems under their managers are just so specific for certain players. So Trent's able to get into midfield positions because of the way Liverpool play. Foden plays so well for City because of the way Manchester City play. But yeah, Trent is a complete liability defensively. Louis, you're back. You missed Ocon getting a podium in Zandvoort. Gasly barbecued and Ocon actually cooked.
P1. We're boxing at the end of this lap. Copy.
Got a squash? No, I've got a little bit. Right, Sergeant should be through. Right, so German, I need a strategy from you for this race. And Tommy, if you're still around, you are still available to do a strategy today. Ooh. Yellow card. Who's that for? Number 13. Schaefer. Your team. Pickford, Walker, Stones, Gearhey, Trippier, Bellingham, Rice, Foden, Gordon, Saka, Kane. I think that's what we might end up with. I think that's the most likely solution. I think it's the most natural one as well, because Gordon does stay wide. I would actually have Trippier go into that defensive midfield position to free Bellingham up so he can go and play alongside Foden. Then you get two people close to Kane, and when he drops in, you've got two wide players running in, and you've got maybe one of the centre mids going beyond as well. Then you've got three in attack. Kane and Bellingham deep. Rice just behind. You've got solidity and Trippier as well. Got nice defensive solidity, lots of creativity. Yeah. And the thing is, we just need to let the handbrake off. And I get what Gareth was saying, what Southgate was saying about the players being a bit too hyped up. The arousal gets to a point where you start sort of tightening up and it just doesn't work. It's a funny thing. Open lobbies will be on F124, yeah. Do 2 flying laps, no cooldown. Let's go for that with the soft tyres. We've got 2 sets. It's cool. Yeah, the stick shouldn't be going to Foden and to Trent. Although with Phil Foden, he is so talented. He should be able to impact the game wherever he plays on the pitch. Yes, I think in the number 10 he is most effective, but we've seen him play wide left and wide right for City and do so well. Yes, that's partly because of the way City play, but I think he's got so much talent. He can come in and influence the game. It will be F1, not F2. And the thing with look at Jude Bellingham in the game against Serbia. He came onto the pitch, he scored the goal. The way he chest bumped that Serbia player, he came on and he imposed himself on the game and said, "I'm here, I'm the big dog. I rule the roost." Foden has the talent to do that. Not quite in the same sort of macho way. Bellingham's got that presence about him, his body build, the way he plays. You know, it's just he can carry himself in that way, but Bellingham's got that talent to assert himself on the game and be the big dog. Where did Ocon finish? He finished 3rd.
Copy.
I think what Southgate was saying is that Phillips filled a role that they haven't been able to replace, and also we're missing Jordan Henderson. I know he's not popular with England fans, having gone to Saudi Arabia, having championed the LGBTQ plus community as much as he did. So it's tricky, but we're missing him. Bit of leadership in midfield, experience. Phillips, his move to Man City just has killed his career. Unfortunately, he's a good player. It's just not worked out for him elsewhere. Hopefully he can get himself back on track and he'll be fine. We need to go out and do a qualifying lap here. Which one, Justin? I did see your team. Manu has so much composure. I would play. I'd play Wharton maybe ahead. But look, I'm a big fan of Conor Gallagher. I think he's an excellent player. There's a couple of things that I'm biased with Conor when it comes to Conor Gallagher. Number one, I used to work with one of his older brothers. They're all footballers. Conor's the only one that's reached Premier League level, but I used to work with one of his brothers, and we were basically born in the same area. He was born in Epsom. I grew up in Chesington, and they're basically 10 minutes apart. So, yeah, Conor Gallagher is from my neck of the woods. And thank you for the super chat, Callum. I appreciate that. Right, Logan Sargent. Deliver on Callum's faith with a pole position. He's gone fastest in the first sector. Things you love to see. Leclerc hasn't improved. I don't think we're going to be under threat. He's actually gone faster. Logan Sargent, you absolute goat. Back-to-back pole positions, but it won't matter. Louis, you're just in time, mate. Esteban Ocon will start the race from pole because of all the grid penalties. Perez will start second. Oh, this is madness. You were born in Miskolc. No idea where that is. I'm right. We've got rain, very quick rain. So, who is on? So, Germat, give me a strategy, please, for one of the drivers. And Tommy, if you're still around. Yeah, Tommy, give me a strategy, please. Who would you like to have? Here's the weather. Let's have a look at how bad it's going to get. I mean, it's going to get wet pretty quickly, isn't it? Don't forget to pray. We might have to do a prayer session here because look at this. It's biblical. If you super chat again, it'll be your 10th. Nice. You want Sergeant. Okay, hit me with Logan's strategy, please. There's your weather and your track graph. Softs, wets, inters, wets, okay? I think we'll need to go back to wets at some point. Do you know what? I don't think we'll need wets here. We'll set it, we'll have it there, but we'll just sort of keep it up our sleeve, I think. Softs then switch to where? I'm guessing that's for Max, yeah, Jermat? Well, Logan's already been called, so it's cool. So, delete that. Wets, and then we'll... Honestly, the wets can go to the end, so we'll see how we go with Max. I'm going to underfuel loads with both cars, because we've got so much in the rain, we don't need to be pushing. So we'll do that. Right, final race of the stream, let's go. So yeah, it's Alpine and Williams on the front row. Don't question it. Lights are out, the race is go. Sargent already up into P5, or he's losing it. Magnussen's coming back at him. Ocon leads the race from Stroll. Verstappen is 16th. What's everyone starting on? Softs, because of course. It's in the northeast, okay. Nice. Battle assist. Verstappen sending it. Did he send it or did he didn't send it? 3 minutes until rain. I think the AI will go in for inters and then they'll have to come back in for wets. But the thing is, if you go straight to wets, there is a chance that they wear out really quickly. Starting to rain.
Yeah, copy.
And it's raining hard as well. It's going up so quickly.
So the rain that we expect to hit will be light.
Yeah.
Rain will be light. I mean, this says otherwise. Here comes Verstappen down the outside of Sainz. Leclerc's actually 16th. Oh, we've got yellow flags. It's Perez. Track is now damp. Let's keep the temperature in the tyres. Oh, Sargent had a collision there. Obviously with Perez, which I've missed the replay of. The AI will go to wets. Yeah, they will now.
Tyres out on the warp side.
Yeah, copy that.
Okay, so everybody's in.
Just to confirm it's thermal deck.
Yeah, they're all going to wets. Full wets. The bonus of stopping a little bit later is that we will not wear out our tyres so much and we will have a clearer pit lane. We hope. Sargent should be out of the box by the time that Verstappen arrives. Here we go then, into the pit lane. And Sargent is out of there. Excellent stuff. Where's Verstappen? He's through as well. That's worked out pretty nicely. Where are the lot that stopped first? Ocon and Stroll are into the lead. Sargent's come out in fourth. We'll go conserve on the fuel. We don't want to kill the tyres at the moment because they are... It's not ready for wets yet. But we know the big rain is coming. So yeah, the AI is killing its tyres. I don't think Max actually gained from that. He's now 10th. Look at the state of the tyres for the AI. So those who stopped first are like already 20% through their tyres. Do we really need wets? It's starting to rain more. Sargent's going well. Now it's wet. There we go. That's better.
Okay.
Yep.
So now hopefully the tyre temperatures will come down. They are. So now we can go aggressive on them. Pick up the pace. Let's get Sargent driving in clean air. Let's get him deploying the battery. See if we can get past. It's Alonso who he needs to pass. Can't quite do it. Down the pit straight. No DRS, of course. I think we could be all right here. Quick harvest. Oh no, he's not quite far enough alongside. He could have been a bit braver there. Verstappen and Hamilton battling it out. What's the wettest weather? I think it's got up to like 6.5 millimeters of rain once. I think what they should do is, like, if it gets to a certain point, like, you have a red flag because of the weather. That would be quite interesting. I know they have that in the F1 game. Right, Sargent, can you go past Alonso? Go on, get yourself in there. Go on, come on. There we go. Yes, my goat. Logan Sargent, my goat. Right, we are quicker than everybody, basically. Here comes Verstappen. Just going to get wetter. Our tyres are in really good shape compared to everybody else's.
No DRS. No DRS.
Copy.
Let's get to the point where the rain's it's easing up now. but it's not going to be Inters. Verstappen up to 6th. Oh no. Oh no. Sargent has crashed. Again. He's going for the lunge on Ocon. And Ocon has just hit him. And then Logan has just stopped. He's just stopped. Can the race be stopped and abandoned on F1 Manager? No. Not that I know of. I know. Does he feel like going? Do you feel like... Now... Dude! You could easily have just got going again. No damage, fortunately. Just, you know, pride. No penalty for that, weirdly. Right, Sargent's back up into 6th. If we get to 1st and 2nd, should we get Logan the win? If we get to 1st and 2nd, even if Verstappen's in front, do we move him out of the way? Get him to give up a win. For the GOAT. I say it's for the benefit of the team morale. He's pulling away, he's 5.5 seconds clear. Second half started. I'll be going to watch that shortly. We need to navigate this soggy afternoon in Monza first. Yes to moving Verstappen out of the way. We need to get there first. Okay, so we're almost at the point where it's going to ease off raining. Verstappen is now flying up the order. He's 3rd. Sargent needs to push. So we've reached the pit stop window for Sargent for the Inters, but it's not ready for Inters yet. Ocon got extremely lucky there. He did. Right, Verstappen. Let's get you past Ocon. Where is it? There it is. That's how you go past Ocon. Oh, do you see? He almost hit us again. Clearly, Ocon doesn't drink Red Bull. Come on, Logan. Let's. Oh, we've got yellow flag, and it's gone. It was Lando. Oh no, it was a Stroll running wide. And here comes Verstappen. So actually that Stroll running wide was significant because he's leading the race. Callum, you're back. You've missed Logan Sargent being assaulted by Esteban Ocon. But you are back just in time for Max Verstappen to take the lead. You play football for 10 minutes. Where? In the garden? Okay, the track is starting to dry up a bit. Will it be worth going to Inters? Tommy, you were on Sargent's strategy. Do you reckon we box him for... Oh, you went into your garden. Nice. Scored a banger and hit the post. Right. It's about to be Inters. Do we bring them in for Inters? Sargent will be able to get in. We could bring Max in as well. Obviously, it's going to get heavier rain later on, but we don't want to overuse the wet while we're here. Bring him in. Intermediates. Germat, what would you say? Bring Verstappen in? Going to leave Verstappen out. And we're going to bring
Box.
Sargent in.
Yeah, copy in.
Going on
Alonso's in. Russell's in. We're gonna just have to bring Verstappen in. Wait for Sargent's first lap time, but the AI's all coming in, mate. It's definitely Inter's time. Belgium only started it today. Callum's speed running F1 manager. Right, so we should be okay. Oh, all these guys are going to be slow on their wets. Range decreasing, yeah, so we need to box. I've called Verstappen in, so we should be okay. Battery is drained.
Copy.
2 Ferraris are going in.
Leclerc's pitted.
Hey Aaron, how you doing? Right, Logan is up into 4th now. That's worked out quite nicely for him. He's actually jumped Ocon, who's had his race just fall apart. Oh, they changed the wing, didn't they? That would be why. So if we can get Sargent up into 2nd, we will then use some team tactics to get him the win. Yellows, Lawson running wide. Gasly's still on wets. What is he doing? And Ocon is just stuck behind him. Can't find a way through. And now he'll come through. Yeah, I'm all good. We're winning the race. We won an absolutely mental race in Holland. Now we're having a bit of a soggy affair in Italy. So we're not far away from the rain going back up again. More yellows. This is the last race of the stream, yeah. We've been going nearly 2.5 hours. It's one of my longest streams. So Sargent is right on the back of both Aston Martins. He ran wide. Doesn't matter.
Small mistake.
You're still in, well, I say DRS, but there is no DRS in this race. Tyres are going to start getting a bit hot, so we need to just cool them down a bit. We're about to get another downpour of rain. Here it comes. Right, so Sargent's got himself into 2nd place. Or he's about to. Here we go. Go on, Logan. My goat. No. Let's deploy. Attack on the tyres. Found me on YouTube yesterday and already watched most of it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you tuning in and welcome. Welcome to the team. Because it very soon will be an actual team on the game, but yeah. Logan Sargent for P2. We are 15 seconds behind Verstappen. How are we going to get Sargent in front of Verstappen? It's going to be a tough ask. Come on, Logan. Just send it. Send it, bro. Can we? Can we? Go on. Yes, come on. Logan Sargent for P2. Excellent. Right. Rain is coming down. Do you think we'll need wets? Looking at this. It's almost as high as it was earlier. I'm wondering if we can manage it on Inters. What's my favourite food? Oh, I like a good pasta bake with a bit of chicken and bacon. I like a pizza. Which Aaron? Box Max. What, for slicks? Don't box Sergeant. We should be alright at the moment. It's creeping back up. The AI is going back in for wets. Right, I think we might have a... We have a decision to make here. Because if they're on wets, they're going to be much faster than us. 10 laps to go, they would catch us. Slicks. Where's Verstappen? He's already passed the pit lane. Right, what do we do? Do we leave them both out? That's Sergeant. Russell's back there. Do we bring Sergeant in and then just leave Verstappen out? What do you think? Roast dinners are great. Callum, leave them both out. Tommy, you're on Logan's strategy, aren't you? So we'll leave them both out. We've got yellow flags. Leave Sergeant out. Russell stayed out. Not all of them are boxing. Right, let's slow Max right down. So I've turned everything down on Verstappen. He's still pulling away from Sargent. Oh. This is the last race of the stream, Justin, and it's not going to be a Logan victory. Or the thing is, what we could just bring Verstappen in. We could just box him. What do you think? Do we just bring him in? So Logan Sargent wins a race. He'll finish ahead of Leclerc. Oh. What the hell has happened here? Piastri! Dude! Probably go Burger King. Why are you lot upset? Poor Logan. Max needs to win. Wow, has killed his tyres.
What do you want me to do? We're looking into it.
I've said, oh, he's got so much damage to the front wing.
So into our time management.
And Sargent got the penalty. Honestly. He's going to lose P2 for that. He's going to lose P2 on the track, and Stroll is there. Piastri, honestly. No, there's no point because we'd literally throw away a win there. And there you go, Russell and Stroll now past Sargent. He's not even going to get a podium. It's attack on the tyres, just go for it. What will be, will be. If he crashes, he crashes. Here's Verstappen, who's literally been turned down to 0 mode for the last 10 laps. It doesn't matter now. Yeah. Oh, what could have been, Sergeant, eh?
No DRS. No
He's had 2 incidents, not of his own fault. Otherwise, he'd have been right up there with Max, who's actually won the race.
Nice.
Unbelievable. He's going to finish 5th because of the penalties? Honestly.
Okay, checker flag. P4.
I'm actually so mad about that. Really mad. Like, super disappointed. Because I wanted Sargent at least on the podium. He finishes 5th. He didn't deserve that. He deserved a podium. Right, Max now leads the championship by 57 points. And we lead by 44 points over Ferrari. So this has been another very good stream in which we've won every race. What was that linesman doing? Oh, wow. What a way to end the stream. Hugh Bird goes up to 86 rated. What's the damage? Missing parts. Ugh. More missing parts. I have to build a load of stuff before the next stream. Right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for being with me for the stream. More Haas videos coming this week. We've got we had Imola on Friday, didn't we? So we've got Monaco, then we've got Canada and Austria. Yeah, so got some good races coming up this week. Thanks everyone for your support today and yesterday as well. Have a great week. There's no stream next Sunday. Of course, Elite Silver, you guys are the best fans. I'll see you next Saturday for some CRL action. So have a good week. I'll see you then. It's bye for now.